Always good.
Facts.
Matter of fact, hold on. Fuck all that. We fucking great.
The greatest.
We're great.
Actually, you know what? Greatest is a comparative metric. I don't even want to do that because we can't even be compared to these other motherfuckers. So we are us here, period. Can't even be compared.
There you
Don't even make
go.
any sense to do so.
There you go. Starting to show off with some shit.
That's how we
We ain't
rolling.
even get into the shit.
Fuck it.
We ain't even get into
Right
it.
off the
Yeah,
bat.
man. Right off the goddamn back. This is a game within a game, man, and we are back with our 900th episode. It seems like, but it's only been about
It's 25.
where we at? We at 25, man. We had
25.
a quarter.
Quarter of a century in episodes.
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah. What percentile does that put us in now?
The last percentage that I know is we was in the top 1% once we got to episode 21. So we got to be in the 0.06% or something now.
We gotta keep track of this shit, Jay.
That's the only metrics that they have that I've seen.
Yeah, fuck it. We just make up our own
Facts
as we go along. Fuck it. Anywho, what's going on with you, Jay? How you feel, man?
I feel amazing,
I ain't asked you that in a
man.
minute. I feel good.
I feel great. You know.
Yeah. No.
It's kind of been my standard operating mode anyway. Is just feeling fucking great all of the time. I don't deal with anything less. I don't accept that shit.
You see that, folks? This is why I asked Yoda how he feels, because he's always going to give me the same answer, man.
It's always great.
Feels fucking great.
I only feel different levels of greatness. Maybe someday it's just like a little bit great, and someday it's very great. But no matter what, it's great. Don't even care. That. It's perspective based.
I'm gonna have to steal that from you, though, Jay. I like that. Different perspectives of greatness.
Yes, sir.
I like that. Well, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, I got the old detective beard, the old grizzled weather detective that sips whiskey in the morning.
Noir detective.
The noir detective
helping
look.
out the dames.
the dames is crazy. The dames is crazy
with the trench coat and the circle Dick Tracy hat.
Yeah, the old fucking what's his name, Columbo, whatever the fuck.
Yeah, with the office door with the little glass panel in the middle, the little frosted glass with your name across it.
But the name is peeling off.
Yeah. The last two letters is just hanging down.
Yeah, I'm a walking shit show. But guess what?
Getting shit done though.
Getting shit done.
That's what matters.
Shit done. Yeah, just the old grizzled, grumpy way. Just getting shit done.
That's what happens when you've seen some shit.
That's a fact. You know what? Now that we say that, Jay, I got to give a couple shout outs, man. I don't know if you've seen, but you probably did see. I think we discussed that. But I want to give a shout out to Pusha T, man, because he gave me a dope shout out,
man.
On that was dope.
So
that was dope.
If you didn't bring that up, I was gonna bring it up because I was gonna say we got to talk about Pusha T showing you love on the Joe Budden podcast, because we've been a couple episodes out here. We've been showing Pusha T love, so I don't think he's seen it.
Oh yeah,
but we rock with Pusha T over here.
Yeah, for sure. But as long as I've been doing this, Jay, I still get kind of surprised. Like, damn, motherfucker, listen to me. Who knew? But yeah, no, shout out to Pusha T. Like I said, I didn't realize that what I was doing reached that far at this stage, just almost 30 years. Didn't even know that it reached that far. But hey, you never know who's watching and who's listening. Also, Jay, I want to, because I like the clips, the rollout. A lot of people have been talking about the clips rollout, which was dope. But you know us, we read between the lines, and that's what we do here. I want to talk about Malice a little bit. Yeah, I've been just noticing, his rhetoric and and his composure on these interviews, and it's it's it stood out to me. You could tell that he's in a space in his life where most would want to be. And I think that we champion that on this show, that space I think that he's in. I don't want to speak for him because I don't know him, haven't spoken to him, but it just seems like that's where he's at. His mental headspace is where he understands what the universe is trying to accomplish for him specifically. And I think we need to kind of put a magnifying glass on uh, what he's been saying um, in these interviews. And also to add to that, and I know you want to jump in, Jay. I just want to add one more thing. Other than that, yeah, artists should artists should open up more. I think the days of artists trying to be mysterious and not showing emotions or not being real. How about that? Not telling their truth. Uh, I think those days are over, man. These artists, I don't want to mention any names, but there's a lot of artists that you don't even know too much about them, and they're superstars, and we don't know too much about these guys. Uh, these guys are being pushed by huge corporations and companies, and of course they're being thrown in your face, and you see them a lot, but you don't know the person behind the voice or the character that they're portraying. And I think the clips run of interviews and what they've been talking about, and especially Malice, um, I think that veil of mysterious artists and not saying too much and not uh, divulging too much information about their life and their struggles, and because they're quick to tell you all the celebrations and the victories, but there's a lot of defeats that need to be spoken about too, Jay, and I and there's a lot to be learned. There's a lot more to be learned from the discussions of defeat rather than all the victory talks and the victory laps. Um, so yeah, Jay, I just wanted to give a shout out to Malice and Pusha T for their little recent run, and I do enjoy the album as well.
So yeah, 1000% shout out to them. I've caught bits and pieces of interviews that they have done. And I think that in regards to Malice specifically, what I really respect about what Malice is doing and where Malice is at, because, damn, 10, 15 years ago, he stepped away from all of this because he didn't want anything to do with it. And he wanted to focus on more gospel-y type stuff, whatever it is that you would like to call it. I mean, it sounds disrespectful if that's not what it is that he referred to it as, but I respect that. It seems that he kind of came to a point where he realized that there was more positivity and more impact than he could have if he came back in and spoke to the audience that he spoke to, rather than turning his back on them in an attempt to be righteous. So much respect to that. Much respect to them for, since the very beginning, they've been them, and they've kind of just grown and evolved along that path. And I think one of the reasons that them coming back to make an album was such a big deal was because what it is that they represent. Like, they represent a time in hip hop that's just gone and dead now. But
Yeah,
again, they're also the
yeah,
evolution of these same people, and you don't get to see that a lot because, like we talked about, I think last episode, so many people are focused in trying to be a part of the trends and do what the youth is doing, whereas they're coming back and this is what we do. This is an evolved version of what we do, and we're setting the trends here. We are setting the stage. We are showing you a way. And they started from the very beginning talking about the losses of having to pay some millions of dollars to get out of their Def Jam contract to do
yep,
things their way. And that's
yep.
also, again, commendable. We want to do this. You're not with it. Cool. We're going to make it happen, though. What do we need to do that? I think that's something that a lot of people should pay more attention to, is I know everyone was focused on it being with the Kendrick verse and whatnot, but also looking a little bit deeper than that is the integrity behind it. This is what
Mm.
we want to do. We are not changing it, period. Whatever it takes, it's either not coming out or it's coming out our way. And I think that so few people are willing to do that. And that's why stuff is where it is today in this weird, gray, nonsensical, nothing lost thing. So much respect to that. And I also think in regards to Malice as well, a lot of people were acting like it was a surprise that he was coming back still rapping like he was rapping. And he was on Pusha T's album a few years ago with the hadn't
Yeah.
lost a step, killing it.
Yep.
So
Yep.
but that's what happens when you really do this stuff. Like when you really put your heart, you really put your soul into it, and you're not just riding trends or trying to appease people or looking for the likes. This is why certain people continue to get better. We talked about before, you, Lloyd Banks, them. It's all that. This is a testament to that.
Absolutely, man. Hey, you brought up you brought up a great point, Jay. Um, I don't think people understand, or the regular audience understands, when you reach a certain point in, let's say, I don't know how to word it, but let's just say intellectual growth, or whatever you want to put, however you want to put it, um, whatever age that may be, Jay. I don't know, but when you reach a certain point in your life and you're doing this art form, and it's kind of like a morality struggle. That's where I think, not think, he probably, that's where he was at, when he took a break. It was, and he came a lot, and that came for him a lot earlier than most artists, specifically me. Um, that's coming now late. Now I'm like, all right, I got to watch what I say, and how and how I present myself, and there's kids listening, there's adults listening, there's people listening. I've reached a certain audience where, or a certain size of audience, where I have to have some type of responsibility or accountability in what I say, and how I say it. So there is a morality check in there somewhere, and the great artists, I believe, they reach that point, and they know how to create in that space. Um, and I think that's why a lot of artists get flack also too, Jay, because they'll get to a certain point in, like, I'm not naming any uh, specific artists, but you get to a certain point, maybe at 36, 38 years old, 40 years old, and you're still in the same spot, and you're still dressing the same, you're still acting the same, you're still rapping the same, you still have the same type of content you're delivering. And at some point you got to be like, man, come on. But for me, Jay, it was a virtue check. It was a morality check. It was like, hey, man, and I'll give you an example real quick. A couple years back, I was penning some verses for some artists, um, some youngsters, some female artists, and I'm penning this stuff, and I'm like, ah, man, and I don't want to name any names of the artists, but you know how the female artists are now, and it was kind of me penning stuff, kind of tailor made and based, and trying to keep up with the Joneses for them. Of course, I'm writing for someone else, so I have to kind of portray what they portray, or whatever they may be thinking, trying to put that in and it just didn't feel right. It didn't feel right. Um, so I stopped doing it. I was like, you know what? I can't do this anymore. I got daughters, and even if one 8 year old, or if one 8 year old dances to this song, that's enough for me. That's enough for me to stop doing what I'm doing. So
Mm.
yeah, man, it's. I don't think people understand. It's like, oh man, I want you to rap like you used to rap. It's like, nah, it's kind of deeper than that, bro. We got a bigger responsibility, and I think that bigger artists, Jay, they should take on these responsibilities, man. It's not, of course, it's not, you don't have to, but man, I don't know, Jay. What do you think about that?
Man, I think, yeah, sure, you don't have to. Like, you're free to not do that. But, like, you have to sit there and look back. Like, there is a reason that people are still talking about Tupac now. Yes, Tupac was running around and talking about a bunch of violent gangster shit. But that was not the totality of Tupac. And there are people now who that's the totality of them. They are ambitions as a writer for 18 tracks across every single album. And that's,
Right,
I understand that's entertaining. I understand that's fun to listen to. I understand that some people relate to that. But in the same way that we talked about Malice coming back to decide that he could do more good speaking to the people that he spoke to, you could do good speaking to these people, because at the end of the day, yeah, you're making this music, but you're also not out here spitting the block. You're not running around with a bunch of packs in your trunk currently. Once upon a time you did that, maybe. Okay, cool. But you've moved on from that, and your life is better now because of it. And I think that, again, yes, sure, you don't have to, but I do think that you have some degree of obligation to show people the path. Like, you want to show them the part of your journey that was holding you back. Why not show them the part of your journey that has elevated you like this, so they can elevate themselves as well? Because we've talked about this before. Certain people need to hear certain things from certain other people. The drug dealers don't want to listen to the school teachers. The drug dealers want to listen to the ex-drug dealers.
facts.
That was the
Facts.
problem. Like, back in the day, they had the Dare program. It's this fat white dude talk about don't smoke weed. Well, who the fuck are you talking? What do you talk about? I don't care what you're saying. The rappers smoke and they're cool. You're not. So when you have this power and you have this ability to speak to these people, you should use that for good. Again, you don't have to, but I think that that will not only benefit other people, it's going to benefit you as well. Like you said, I don't know how long ago it was that you were talking about you were writing for these other people, but you decided to not do that because you felt wrong about it. And over the past 5-6 years, you've grown to be much, much bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I would argue that that contributed to that you decided,
Yep.
no, I'm not going to put this negativity out here into the
Yep.
world. I'm going to focus on the positivity. I'm going to try and help people grow. And that's led to you to where it is that you are now. Like we were talking about before, you was rapping with Method Man. Pusha T is out here shouting you out on stuff. And this is what's helped you grow, is doing positive things. And that would be the same thing for other people. And yeah, some people are in large positions, but they're pushed. That's not a organic thing. Like your where you are currently is organic. Where Pusha T and Malice are is organic. These are not the
That's all.
ideal label people to push. They're 50-year
Right.
old dudes who rap like
Right. Right.
2005. No disrespect, it's amazing, but
Right.
they're not what it is that they're looking for. So they've gotten where they are off of the strength of being them. You've gotten where you are off the strength of being you. The people who are where they are currently have gotten where they are because they've been pushed by the machine, by the powers that be. But I would argue, again, if they took the same level of obligation that you did and that Pusha T and Malice have done, they would be where it is that they are currently, but on their own merit, because they're
I
sitting there
agree.
putting positivity out into the universe. And that's what you should do as a whole, because at the end of the day, like we talk about all the time, like this stuff actually truly affects people's lives. And some people are
It
just cool.
does.
You're out here running around poisoning people while you're in your videos with your big gay ass pants on and doing all this weird shit and doing
Ah,
like,
gay ass
I'm
man.
just saying, like, you've grown as a person. Share that growth. Even fucking Gucci Man, super drug dealer trapper,
Right.
has grown and he's spreading his growth. Like,
Right.
this is
Right. Man.
this is what you should be doing. This is like the natural order of things.
Yeah, I don't think too many people understand the natural order of things, Jay. And I want to get back to that on this show, the natural order of things.
So, real quick, in relation to what we were just talking about, and say Tupac is still around or still being talked about. There's a reason Tupac is still being talked about. And this is not disrespect to anybody who is dead and gone, but over the last decade, there have been dozens of rappers who have been murdered before their time. That's tragic, absolutely. But I guarantee you, decades from now, Nipsey Hussle and maybe one or two more will be still talked about because they were doing what Tupac was doing. The rest of the people, again, this is no disrespect to them, not knocking them as a person. I'm just saying legacy, what it is that they left behind. Nipsey Hussle left behind a legacy of growth and positivity. And for that reason, he will continue to be talked about. Same for Young Dolph.
Yeah, man. Like they say, man, I know that a lot of the when you get older, man, and you start to revisit these cliches that you used to hear, 99% of them shits was true, man. And
Cliches
one of
for a
the
reason.
cliches, yeah, one of the ones is all money ain't good money. And that that right there, that hits different, man. That hits different. Yeah, like I even watch what I invest in, Jay. Like I don't
Funny that you
uh
said that.
I want this is a story I want to tell, but you know, it's yeah, but yeah, I watch what I invest in, Jay. Like I don't I want to say what I want to say, but I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna digress. You
I'll go
yeah, Jay.
if you go skip over the investments. I got an investment one.
No. Yo, tell your story. I had a story that so you know I sometimes my stuff be personal and I gotta watch what I
Yeah.
say because
I understand.
my family members be like, "Yo, man, you was so I was like, I'm gonna stay away from that
Nah, I get my shit. See, my shit is people I don't fuck with, so I don't give a fuck. So a,
one."
a few years ago, I was flipping houses, and you meet a bunch of people, real estate, doing various things. Some people own mobile home parks, some people own nursing homes, a bunch of shit like that. I met this dude who I don't know if he owned them but he built private prisons, and he was looking for investors.
You ain't just say that, dog.
That's what I'm saying.
You ain't just nah. You don't understand.
Okay,
That's what I was gonna say, dog.
that's crazy.
You don't understand that. Somebody wanted me to invest.
Same.
You don't. You're bugging. Like we didn't talk about
Nah, not
this.
at all. I had no idea you were gonna bring up the investments. I didn't even think about the story till you said
It
it.
was prison. Yeah, it was in the investment was prison.
Yep. Yep.
Crazy. Nah,
Because
dog. Nah, dog. That is
he was
wild.
breaking down the whole shit about how you can make so much money from it and the way in which it goes about. And I was like, that's cool. I can't be a part of that. That shit is grimy. That shit is foul. That
Dang.
shit is slavery. I wasn't even really like, I was making a bit of money at the time, but not enough to be like turning down big ass investments. But I was like, I can't do that.
That's crazy. One second, Jay. I wanna hammer this home. Hey Mo, come here for a second. Let me show you how the universe. Come here for a second. Let me show you how the universe works, Jay. Yeah, I need to hear you on the mic though. I need for the people to hear
Oh,
you.
hold on. We getting a cameo. Okay. It's a special
You
moment,
getting a
people.
cameo. She not gonna be in the screen though. Where you at? You can hear Jay?
Nah.
Say something. Come closer. You ain't gonna get
I can
seen.
hear
You
that
just
she's talking, but
come
I can't hear what she's saying.
Yeah, come on this side, Mo. Around this, ain't nobody gonna see you. Oh Lord have mercy. Right here. Come stay by your desk. Lord have mercy. No, it can't be seen. Yo, marriage, right?
You got a good like foot to that's the opposite side of the mic before she's in the camera.
Hey, ain't nobody looking at your foot. It's not even gonna be in the, it's just a little box. Nobody's seeing your foot, man. Anyhow, we was talking Jay, let's get back to the let's get back to what the fuck we was just because the point just got lost. All right, look.
Private prison.
What were we talking about this morning when I said I can't invest in that? Say it loud. Did you hear that, Jay?
I heard prison.
Well, me and Jay was talking, and I was like, I'm not gonna bring it up about I was talking about bad investments and moral and virtuous investments and what I wouldn't do. And I said I'm not even gonna bring it up because whatever. So Jay said, well, I'll bring it up. I'll talk about something. Somebody wanted me to invest in prisons. He didn't. We didn't know. We didn't discuss nothing. And I was like, you ain't just say prisons, dog. He's like, prisons. That's crazy you said that, Jay, because we was talking about that this morning.
That's crazy.
This morning. This morning.
Universe works in mysterious ways, man.
No, I'm just saying, look, she about to. She said, so it's a bad thing? Yeah. Jay, help my wife, yo. My wife wanted to do it, Jay.
Oh, you can't do the prisons, man.
I said, listen, you can't. We can't do that, Jay. It's not. We don't do like. Come on.
So for people who don't know, the problem with anything along these lines, right? Like if you look at the medical industry, the problem with the medical industry is they are incentivized to keep people sick. When you look at the pharmaceutical industry, the problem is they are incentivized to have people on drugs. When you look at the privatized prison industry, they are incentivized to not only send people to jail, but keep them in jail. That's the problem with these things. When you can make money off of certain things, you're incentivized to exploit people.
You hear that? I'm like, Jay, we can't. What type of people going to invest in prisons? Well, I'm like, hell no.
Some people don't care because
yeah.
Like dude who brought it to me.
My wife is one of them. That's fucked
He's
up.
like, this is what I'm doing, and this is why it's cool. And he was talking about how they sit there and basically, again, incentivized to lock people up and all of that. And it's like, why are you cool with that? Like, I understand that technically you're not directly doing it, but it's fucked up.
Jay, who am I? Who did I marry? Who was this person? Who was this person, Jay? Biotech is not really. She's asking Yoda, how about biotech? Is that okay?
Is that company or is that concept?
It's a concept, right?
I don't know that off the top of my head. I'm familiar with that.
It's like they come up with like vaccines to fucking
okay
help.
Yeah. So
yeah, that type of shit.
Man, COVID. That's what I got. That's my input there. COVID.
And I'd say this, right? I'd say in the past history, has any of these things worked?
They help some patients.
Okay.
I saw an interesting thing about
you stay right here
about vaccines a while ago where they were talking about like the chickenpox vaccine has been a thing recently, right? And they were talking about it's effective because you give children the vaccine and they don't get the chickenpox, they don't get the little bumps or whatever. But the dude was saying that the bumps aren't actually the problem. The bumps are there to expel the virus from your body, to expel what's actually causing you harm. Much like you get a splinter and you get like the pus to get the splinter out, or you cough to get stuff out of your lungs. So they give you a vaccine.
Yeah, they say that about cancer also.
Huh?
They said that about cancer.
But exactly. So like they give you the vaccine to stop you from like bronchitis, coughing and shit, but all that's doing is stopping you from expelling the particles from your lungs. So it's stopping the symptoms, but not the causes. So it gives the appearance of being effective. The other interesting thing too, right? When they got a vaccine for chickenpox, but chickenpox isn't deadly. And everyone gets it when they're a kid, and that's good for you because you don't want to get it when you're an adult because that's fucking terrible. So it's like, why are you trying to stop people from getting something that is minorly uncomfortable for a week? And they say because it's contagious. Like, okay, cool. Well, that's fine. The more people that get it, the more that they're immune to getting it later on in life when it's worse. What's the problem? What are you preventing?
The one thing is for money, of course.
Exactly. But that's the thing. It's not about curing shit. It's not about making shit better.
Right.
It's about labeling okay things problems and selling a solution to it. Like you ever see back in the day, you see that they used to have them infomercials on TV? and it would be like, this is a device to help peel eggs, and then they show some dude who's trying to peel an egg who's clearly retarded because he can't figure out how to do it, or he's trying to cut a tomato and that shit ain't working. And there's some people who sit there and watch the commercial and think, man, what a chore cutting tomatoes is. I need that.
Yes.
They made a problem and then sold you the solution to a problem. And most people will sit there and say, oh man, cutting tomatoes is difficult. Like, you never thought that before you saw this commercial. It's a fucking tomato.
He's preaching right now, Bo.
But what about people with narcolepsy?
She said narcolepsy. No, okay. He laughing at you.
That wants people to stay awake.
So they want people to stay awake, Jay. There's people who got narcolepsy, and there's a company that you're closely in bed with that they sell shit for you to sell drugs or create drugs for narcolepsy for them to stay awake. Is that okay, Jay? Can she invest in that?
I don't,
because now she's listening to Yoda.
This is just me sitting here off the top of my head. I don't know anything about this, but my question is, like, outside of movies, when have you ever seen somebody with narcolepsy?
That's a fact.
Like, who the fuck has narcolepsy in real life?
I've never seen it.
I'm not saying nobody does, but like, is it such a big...
Is it an epidemic? Is it an epidemic that they create, that they got to create this big company?
Here's the thing. Speaking of that, though, see, it's a thing. It's called iatrogenics, which is it's the premise that doctors talking about a thing worsens the thing. Like, they had a thing back in the 90s when the physicians and the doctors started talking about anorexia. The cases of anorexia went up by such a high percentage because people hear that and then they think, oh, I have it. So
for sure.
Lots of times people talk about awareness, right? Like with the mental health shit, but lots of times awareness is the contagion. So when people sit there and say, hey, if you're sad, you're sick, people think, oh man, I'm sad, therefore I must be sick.
Look, Jay, example, right? And my wife, I tell you this, right? When my daughter coughed one time and then, oh, you sick? She got a fever. I was like, don't say it. If you say it, then oh, well, you know what? I am kind of coming down with something. So I don't like to even say these things, especially around young. My daughter would just be like, yeah, I got that. Oh, your stomach hurt? Yep, got that. Oh, you got a little phlegm in it? Yep, that. Yep, all of that. Just give me all of it. Tell me what else I got. Tell me what else I got. So I understand what you're saying, and I 100% agree with you.
It's a documented thing. This is
She said, she said, well, I know for a fact niggas going to prison. That ain't right. That just ain't right. It's good business, but it's not for us. Here's all money. We started this off saying all money isn't good money.
Lots of things are good business, but that doesn't mean that you should do them.
Okay, we're not investing in prisons. That's just. I mean, we wasn't like. I did it
perfect
back
example.
Corner,
the biggest business in the world is war.
Facts. Hands down.
Period. War.
So yeah, I'm not invested in any war or any prison or any. And I did mention it, and I mentioned that to her this morning about even me stop writing these provocative raps for other female artists, and I'm like, yo, if I affect one 8-year-old, it's horrible for the universe. Now I am not. That's not in accordance to the universe, and I'm fucking up my own energy, and that's why they say, oh, money isn't good money, because you fuck your energy up and shit. So, and Jason even pointed out, yeah, the minute you stop doing that, your career probably progressed. Yeah, well, it did. So it's like, all money isn't good money. All energy isn't good energy. So we should stay away from invested in fucking bullets, and we're gonna get those. Let's go put some money in bullets.
You could take a look at. Let's stick with rap. Take a look at people who built their career off of negativity. What happened to Tekashi?
Yeah, most are not where they probably want to be if they did not change. All of them.
We talked about this last episode, but with the growing, and as you grow, wanting to spread messages, spread positivity, and give game, right? I wish I would have thought of this then, but there seems to be a connection between lyrical ability and eventually winding up teaching, right? And the reason I say this though is when
Good point.
you
Good
go back
point.
the past, call it 20 years, there are a bunch of people who came out, had a hit song, were big for a moment, and disappeared. And I say this because A, they were talking about nothing. It was just a bunch of
Right.
stupid, degenerate shit. And B, they couldn't fucking rap.
That too. That too. Yeah.
There seems to be a connection between the abilities, because if you look at all of the people who are still around, who have been around for decades, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus years, A, they can all rap. B, they have all come to a point of spreading messages, spreading knowledge.
Even the ones, even to compound on your point, the ones who started out negatively,
Said it a second
they
ago.
progressed.
Gucci Man.
Yeah, they progressed. If they lasted, if they are still around, they progressed into something different or evolved into something different. You can't stay negative 100% for a certain amount of time and just be able to stick around. So
You
I
can't.
agree with you on that
But
point.
that's we talked.
It can't.
We talked last episode back in the day when he first came out. Lloyd Banks was super misogynist, man. He's physical presence of a female is the form of a demon. And he's left that behind. Now he's talking
Yeah.
about adversity builds character.
Hey, he's married with kids, man. You can't be talking
Loving
that
his daughter, all of that.
Yeah.
He got his daughter's
Yeah.
on his fucking comeback album, the Course of the Inevitable cover. Like,
Yep. Yep. Shout out to Banks, man. Yeah. Shout out to Banks.
big shout out
Good
to Lloyd
dude.
Banks.
He is a friend of the show for sure. That's my guy. Yeah, man, this is an interesting topic, man, and I'm glad we get into it because kind of want to get away from all that other stuff that's going on, and I'm like, because it's like Jay, I'm like, this stuff is kind of becoming a show, and I don't. I don't believe in the show anymore, Jay. And I'm not that I ever did, but it's just getting more ridiculous. It feels ridiculous to talk about it. That's the point. I'm like, should we touch on this and touch on? I'm like, this is getting too. I don't feel intelligent talking about what Trump's just said. Like, and Stephen A. Smith. That I'm like, yo, I sent you that. I'm like, yo, these dudes are. I don't even understand it anymore, Jay. I don't understand it.
Here's the thing, man. Like, politics and pop culture has always been theatrics. It's always been a performance of stuff. It's distractions and nonsense, right? But
Sure.
I feel like it's gotten to the point now where it's just so transparently bullshit. Just all of it. It's like, this is all fucking. This is why I said last episode 2 ago. Like, at the point with even with the Epstein list, like I don't even know what part of it is real. I don't know what part of it is worth focusing on. I don't know what part of it is worth questioning. And I think that it's by design, because when the internet and social media came out, right, they had the problem of they could no longer control the narrative because anybody could talk. So it seems to counter that, they just said, let's just put out as much dumb shit as possible. Everything sounds like a conspiracy theory. Everything sounds like a lie. People exposing people sounds like a lie. What's exposed sounds false. What's true sounds false. All of it sounds like nonsense. And they've just muddied the waters up so much. They said, well, we can't control it. Just throw everything fucking in there, and you won't even know what to do with anything. Some of it's true, some of it's lies, but you can't figure out what's what. And I think that at this point, it's a complete, exactly like you said, a complete waste of time trying to do this. And it truly, 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 at the end of the day, speaking of the Stephen A. Smith, what he said was bullshit. His position was, it was a dumbass position. He's clearly purchased and paid for in this thing.
Clearly.
But the one part that I do agree with is, and this is not just in relation to this specific topic, it's in relation to anything. Whatever truths that people might find out about the system or what's going on doesn't directly affect their individual lives. What does affect your individual life is waking up, going to the fucking gym, working hard, and becoming the best version of yourself, and not being someone who invests in bullshit. Not being someone
And
who
that's what
partakes in bullshit, someone who puts positivity out into the universe, someone who tries to better themselves and the lives of everyone around them. This is what you can do. We could talk all day long about conspiracy rabbit holes, about what's really happening in Iran and Israel, about what's really going on with the Epstein list. Is Trump a fucking clone? Whatever it is, we can talk about this all day, and none of it's going to change your life. Doing some push-ups in the morning will. I know that
that
sounds
damn
dumb
sure
to some
will.
people, but that will change your fucking life. All of the rest of this shit, it will not. I don't care if you're a Democrat, I don't care if you're a Republican, a conservative, a fucking libertarian, or a centrist, whatever it is you like to call it, none of that's going to affect your life. But the push-ups that you
That's
do
a fact.
tomorrow will. The food that you eat tomorrow will. The work that you put in from the time that you wake up to the time that you go to sleep will change your fucking life. The conversations that you have with people, your loved ones, people you run into, this will change your life. And that's what you
That's
should
a
focus
fact.
on. And if everybody focused on that, their circus wouldn't even be able to operate anymore because it works on your attention.
And I agree with you. I agree with you. The one thing Stephen A, like you said, that might be the one thing that but I don't agree with that the way he said
Not
it.
the way
I
he said it.
agree
No, the
with
way
it
he says bullshit.
the way you said it, the way you presented it, because he presented it as a comparison to, well, why would I worry about this? And there's other stuff like the border, and like, how does the border affect your life,
Like,
dummy?
that don't affect your fucking life either. Unless you live in Europe.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. That's
it
what
don't
I'm
do nothing
saying.
for you. My friend, you live in New York.
Right.
That shit ain't nowhere near the
Yeah,
goddamn border.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like, what was he trying to say? Like, I understand what you just said. Like, push-ups, eating well, thinking well, reading. These things
He's
directly
talking about
affect your
ignore
life.
this thing that don't affect your life and focus on other shit that don't
Right.
affect your life. What the fuck are you
That don't
talking about?
affect your life. Like, you sound crazy, dog. You sound crazy. And that's why people need to stop. First of all, I was going to say take him off TV, but that's not going to happen. They need people like him on TV.
Facts.
We don't need people like him on TV, but they need people like him on TV.
That's what TV is built on.
That's what it's built on, right? These puppets, right? And and like you said, Jay, everything's so muddied. What a great example and great description of what's going on. The waters are muddy, and I don't even want to speak upon these things anymore because I don't want to get mud on my boots, man. I don't want to, like you said, it's about the natural order of things, and none of that shit has nothing to do with the natural order of things. And I kind of want to steer away from that stuff. Get back to motivating people, helping people, spreading knowledge, deciphering bullshit. Because there's so much bullshit out there, but that shit right there is too much bullshit to decipher because I don't even know what to begin with, right? And so I'll leave that at that. Yeah, that's why I just wanted we could talk about rap and the clips and this album, and there's a couple of other things I got on my mind also. And I'm definitely not invested in bullets in prison and wars and shit like my wife wants to do. She crazy, man. This woman's crazy. I'm like, yo, we can't do that. Anyway, yeah, that's a whole nother. And it's crazy, Jay, because I'm like, I'm not gonna say anything because then that's a discussion to have off camera with my wife. But then you said it. I said, there we have it. Someone backing me up. Someone
Fucking no.
didn't even know you was on my side, man. But man, great minds think alike. But I had something else on my mind, Jay, and should just be crossing my mind, and I just be wondering about stupid people, right? And how can we help develop these undeveloped minds? And I want to throw something across your desk. Something I was thinking about earlier today, and something I noticed actually. And I think we could use this to improve people's lives. I noticed that people with low intelligence. Oh, Jay, I don't know why that was hilarious, but
I don't know it's gonna be a just funny ass way to start.
yeah. So Jay, fucking people with low intelligence, and they tend to stick or gravitate towards other people with low intelligence.
Facts.
Uh, yeah, and they tend to feel comfortable around people with low intelligence. But the one thing that we have to remember is that, and we say that this a lot on this show, being comfortable is a terrible thing, right?
Facts.
And I say this, and I say this, right? It's not too many rooms where I might walk in and feel unmatched. But I'll say this: if there is a room I walk into and I feel like um, I'm overwhelmed by what's being presented as far as conversation or even presence, I know I'm in the right room.
Facts.
I know that I've now walked into a room that I need to be in because I am a person that I'm like, okay, I need to up my game. I need to up my game. But I've noticed, Jay, that 99% of people walking this earth, they will walk in that room, in that same room I just mentioned, and they'd be like, I don't. They'll put the blame on. Well, look at these uppity. They think these people think they smart. These people, I can't. These people think they something. I'm gonna go back to my. I'm gonna digress back to my regular old room where people are talking, uh, idiots, retarded shit, and I'm gonna be comfortable in that room. I'm gonna be comfortable in that room. But I'm here to tell you, people. I'm here to tell you, there's nothing to be had or nothing to be gained by being comfortable in any room where you're the smartest person or the greatest person or the richest person or whatever. There's nothing to be gained. Once you reach plateaued a room, you go to the next room. Once you have plateaued a room, you go to the next room. All right, I'm the smartest motherfucker in this room. Next room. I'm the richest motherfucker in this room. Next room. Because you don't want to be comfortable. But I just noticed that, Jay. I know you'll have something to say about these fucking idiots. But if you are an idiot, it's okay. Just step into another room. Challenge yourself.
So I have a couple thoughts. Well, really, I have the same thought in multiple formats. But interestingly enough, these people like what you said, when your room is, you're the richest person there, you're the smartest person there, time to get to the next room, right? Interestingly enough, these people understand this shit when it comes to like video games or whatnot, right? Like you don't sit there and stay at level 1 for forever. You want to go to the next level where it's harder, and it gets progressively harder as you go because your skills progressively level up. And then you need a bigger challenge. You get the bigger challenge, that makes you even stronger, right? So if you go play whatever the fuck game, by the time you get to the end of it and you're level 100, why would you go back to level 1 and just fight a bunch of level 1 people? It's boring and pointless. But they can't apply these things to real life. Now, back in the day, I used to power lift. And when I first started, I was working out at a commercial gym. And I got to the point where I was the strongest motherfucker in the gym. I felt real good about myself. I'm like, I bench more than you people, I squat more than you people, I deadlift more than you people. I'm fucking amazing, bums. And then I was reading about, was right before I did my first competition, I was reading about shit and training environments and whatnot. They say you should go find a warehouse gym. So I was like, okay, cool. So I went and found a warehouse gym. I went to work out, and it was this dude 2-3 inches shorter than me who was bench pressing my deadlift. And I'm like, what the fuck? Clearly, I'm not as strong as I thought that I was. This motherfucker's over there doing lateral raises with 75-pound dumbbells and shit. I'm like, God damn, I'm not doing shit. Now, loser ass people would be like, I'm going to go back to the gym I was at where I was stronger than everybody. But me, I thought, okay, cool. I want to be the strongest person in this gym now. I want to be strong where the strong people are. I don't want to be strong around weak people. I want to be strong amongst strong people. Now, obviously, you can't be stronger than everybody, and also I'm not that fucking big. So people are gonna be stronger than me just off the virtue of the fact that they're bigger than me. But the point is that inspired me to want to push myself to the next level, and that is how I got the strongest that I ever was at that point in my life. Being around other strong people, it is these people who will level you up. It is. When I talked before about flipping houses, it wasn't until I was flipping houses that I understood what actually having money was. It wasn't until like I got to a point I was in like a little 2,400 square foot house. I thought I was fucking rich. I was doing my shit. And then I went to this other investor dude's house, 7,000 square feet, got a fucking another house attached to the house. It's a tennis court in the back. He got a basketball court in the middle of different garages. It's just crazy. I'm like, oh shit, I'm poor. But when I realized that, I was like, okay, cool. But if he can make this, I can make this. And it was me getting around these people. It was me getting around people with Bentleys that they didn't care about, like fucking Hondas, that made me think that, okay, cool. That's what showed me I can progress. And that's what it is that's going to help you progress in life, is seeing, oh, these people are doing this so much bigger than me. Like some people will go and some people will hate. Like you'll see some people, like you see some fucking rapper people be sitting there talking shit about Drake. Because it's like, but he's that big. So why wouldn't that inspire you to want to get that big? Why wouldn't you want to be Jay-Z instead of sitting there hating on Jay-Z? That's absolute fucking insanity to me. So loser ass people will say, or will refuse to go in places that they are uncomfortable, and they will blame the other people for making them uncomfortable, not realizing that it's your own shortcomings. You're not rising to the occasion of the room. Like some people will say, stay away from people that make you feel small. No, go around the people who make you feel small so they can inspire you to grow, so you no longer feel small. They're making that much more money than me. Okay, I'm poor compared to them, but I want to change that, so I'm going to stay around them. They're strong, I'm weak compared to them, but I want to change that, so I'm going to go train with them. They do whatever at a much higher level than me, so I'm going to go associate with them so that I can be like them, because that's the fucking goal. It's not to go hide in a corner and pretend that people who are doing better than you don't exist. That's stupid. That's loser shit. And this is why people stay broke, because they want to sit around in the corner with their broke ass friends and make fun of rich people and act like they're the ones who are living in the real world, sitting there smoking their fucking blunts and drinking their 40s or whatever it is that people do nowadays, popping some sort of random ass pills, I would presume, and a bunch of other nonsensical shit. Exactly. Who knows? It's dumb shit. But the point is, you need to get around people who are doing better than you. And speaking on that, my sister has this thing. Well, she'll call certain neighborhoods or certain like fancy grocery stores bougie, and I hate that term because it's a derogatory word for something that you cannot yet acquire, and you are painting what it is that you would love to have, if we're being completely honest, in a negative light. And you're saying that that's separate from you. You're saying that's something else. You're saying, oh, that's bougie people do that. Those bougie people do that. It's bougie over there. I want to be around the bougie. Fuck all of that shit. They're farther ahead in life than you, and you should not paint that as a negative. These are the nice neighborhoods. These are the fancy neighborhoods. This is the good grocery store, because that's where it is that you would like to be in life. Not that other shit. One of it is, you're pushing it away from you when you paint it in a negative light. Like, it's the people who hate rich people who are never going to be rich, because you're never going to get that, because you reject it, because you hate it, you think you're better than it, you've made it into a negative. And you're going to, we've talked about this before, you find what it is that you seek. When you paint these things in a negative light, you're never going to have them, you're never going to go after them.
This is one of my default ideologies, Jay. When all else fails, Jay, do what the rich people do. That's, I mean, I don't know. That's what I do.
I mean, you can do what the poor people do, you can do what rich people do.
Pick one.
My other thought, or my last extension thought of this is, we say all the time, comfort's bad. But at the end of the day, comfort's not real. There's no such thing as comfort. You will either be uncomfortable because you're trying to get better, or you will be uncomfortable because you're a loser. Now, in certain moments, you might feel good, but by and large, you won't. So comfort is an illusion. Comfort is a lie. You're chasing something that doesn't exist, and that's preventing you from getting what you want.
Well, is there... Because I know that people that don't do shit or are losers, they don't. There is a certain comfort in feeling, but it is an illusion. If you want to be direct with it, it's absolutely an illusion, because people are used like a crutch to make themselves feel better. I can't do this because of this. I can't do X because of Y. I can't do this because of this, and now I feel better.
But you're not better.
but you're not better. So yeah, like Jay said, comfort is absolute. That is a fucking illusion. And yeah,
Comfort is an illusion.
from time to time, you might feel better than most, and then that goes away.
There's no.
So
Yeah, you can feel good moment to moment, but there's no such thing as permanent comfort, no matter what you're doing. If you want to sit
nope.
around all day, you're gonna eventually be weak and hurt and sick and poor and evicted, and that's what that comfort got you. All of it is fleeting. It's not real.
I'd rather be an uncomfortable, muscular, athletic build than an uncomfortable 400-pound slob.
Facts.
So there's that. Let's just wrap that comfort thing right up there with a bow.
I'd rather be comfortable from building my body uncomfortable from building my body than uncomfortable from destroying it.
Yeah, that's it. Make a choice.
That's the choice. That's it. There is no in between. There's nothing but that.
You choose your hard. You want hard that way or you want hard this way. So that's what life is about. That's what the universe is about. But like I said, my default is when all else fails and I don't know what to do, I just do as the rich. I see rich people investing in something. I take a whiff. I don't know what to do with my money. I'm gonna ask a rich person, or someone wealthy, or someone better, well off, or someone with more than me. I'm gonna ask them. I'm not gonna ask down. I'm gonna ask up. So when all else fails, people ask someone doing better than you. Don't be prideful. First of all, what are you prideful in? You don't got shit. You ain't got shit.
Here's the thing. Nothing will keep you stupider than being afraid to look stupid. Like when you want to run around acting like you know everything, you will wind up knowing nothing. I used to.
What I said, Jay? The shovel, you texted me the shovel line. I don't even know my own bars and shit.
Hold up. You rather live your life in shit than have us witnessing you gripping a shovel. Something along those lines. That was a fucking bull.
Yeah, that was it.
But that's crazy, that's people though, because that's the thing. People are like, you won't dig yourself out of the shit that you're in because you look stupid doing it. This is the thing. Yeah. People love the underdog. People love the success story, but they demonize the fucking middle. I remember when I first started making videos on Instagram, somebody, I did a Q&A thing. Somebody said, why are you talking like you have 2 million people listening to you? I'm like, yeah, I don't. But how do you think I'm going to wind up with a bunch of people listening to me, dickhead? If I'm not going to sit here and talk like this, you talk like you talk like what it is that you want to be. You act like what it is that you want to be. Like that's like going to somebody in the gym and saying, "Hey, you're fat. Why are you in here?" Like, what the fuck you mean, dumbass? This is how I'm going to not be fat. But this is people's logic, though. Is people will see, why are you waking up early? You're not rich. Okay, cool, but I will be. You need to walk you need to walk the fucking path, but people are so afraid to be on the middle of it because some dickhead is going to sit there and make fun of you. Why are you sitting there doing all of this? You don't have anything. No shit, I don't, but I will, because I'm going to do the thing until I do. Like, you're always going to look stupid or look like you don't know what you're doing or look like what you're doing is for nothing until it becomes something. Like, you have to sit there, make songs. Eventually someone's going to hear it, but I'm not going to not make songs until someone's listening to me. That doesn't even make any fucking sense. I sat there for months on my phone talking absolutely fucking nobody because nobody knows who the fuck I am. Nobody's listening to me.
Looking crazy.
Like a fucking idiot. Like, who are you talking to? Nobody. But somebody will hear me at some point. The person who's sitting there on the corner yelling out their message starts off with nobody there. But eventually people start walking by and say, hey, what is this guy talking about? And then a crowd gathers. That's how things work.
Yeah, man. It's hilarious, Jay. It just made me think, like, year 10 into my rap career, I'm looking like a fucking buffoon. Of course, like, who fuck you in your 30s, you're rapping? Like, who the fuck raps in their 30s and not make any money? You are an idiot. And trust me, I was called all these things. All shit. Maybe 4 years ago, man, 5 years ago, pre-pandemic. Oh man. You are that's not gonna work. That's not, you're gonna come back. Come on, you're doing well. You got this. Don't leave this. You can't do that. You're gonna look crazy. Well, damn. Like you said, Jay, when you're in the middle or you haven't achieved what you haven't would set out to achieve yet, you might look like a damn fool to somebody, to most. And but that to our point, to my point, to our point, and I said this more than a couple times on this show. When all else fails, another default. Do the opposite of most people. Just do the opposite. You literally can change your life by doing the opposite of what everyone around you is doing. Everyone around you is in the house watching TV. How about you go outside the house and film videos and post them and look like a damn fool in the
Everyone's
middle of the street,
consuming content, start creating it.
like Wallow. That's why I love going back to Wallow's story when he came home from prison and he just started doing these crazy videos. And he said people would laugh at him, hysterically laugh at him all day, all night, call him stupid. What are you doing? You're a goofball. And then look, you got what I'm saying? Now he's fucking wealthy. Like, come on, man. Just do the opposite of what the cool people do. Do the
cool
opposite of what
people.
Please just go the other way. Go the other way. That's my advice to you.
Very,
Jesus
very
Christ.
simple. 1000%. If you don't know what to do, everybody else sleeps in, you get up. Everybody plays, you work. Everybody sits around, you go do things. Everybody watches stuff, you make stuff. Like people spend their money, save your money, invest your money. Don't do what people are doing. They're out consuming all kinds of illicit substances. Stay sober, figure some shit out. Like there is a roadmap everywhere. You look at the vast majority of people, say, hey, what does that fat guy do? Then do everything he doesn't. What does these poor people do? Then do everything that they don't. Like, you can look at these people, follow one around, go watch them on the fucking internet. What are these dickheads doing? Okay, I'm going to not do that now. It's very simple. The world, roadmaps are everywhere. Some people went left and you saw where it is that got them nowhere. So go right. At the very least, it's not to the left.
Nah, following the collective is
never a good idea.
Doing that, man.
Never.
Nah, man. And look, you will be ridiculed, and that's when you know it's working.
Facts. If people aren't talking shit about you, you're not doing anything worth talking shit about. Think about this here. Nobody makes fun of homeless people. Because who gives a fuck?
Oh, shit.
Nobody makes fun of the garbage collector. Nobody makes fun of the not to knock that. That's like an actual job. But you understand what I'm saying, though. People only talk shit about people who are doing things. Look at people. Look at what the gossip pages are about. It's what celebrities are doing. It's what actors and influencers and fucking basketball people are doing. Not random ass Bob and fucking in his corporate job where he sells insurance to random ass people. No one cares what he's doing. People only care what you're doing when you're doing something worthwhile. Otherwise, nobody gives a shit. That's why everybody's not fucking famous, because nobody cares. You're not doing anything. So nobody's talking about you. People talk about rich people.
Yeah, that's what people talk about. Those are the interesting stories. Just look around with regular everyday people, or regular everyday circles, right? If you see a circle of 10 people, the most interesting person in that circle will be the one with the most something. That will be the most interesting person in any circle, right? Because everyone has, if we're not talking about outside famous people or anything, like in everyone's circle, there's one, like everybody's talking about the rich uncle. Oh man, Uncle so-and-so, man, he ain't shit. Or, no one's talking about my nephews or a nephew that's the fiend. Somebody's talking, Johnny did, he overdosed last week. Nobody gives a fuck about Johnny overdose.
Spend his paycheck on coke.
Yeah, let's talk about the rich uncle. What he doing? He flew to Mexico last week. He ain't shit. Let's talk about him.
He's doing something with his life. What a loser.
Right. I hate him. Like, I hate that motherfucker, man.
Oh, man, you see cousin Donnie trying to get in shape now? Fuck him.
Ain't that some shit, yo? You hear these things, Jay.
This is the shit that
You,
people say. Yeah, oh, he going to the gym now. He acting all brand new. Oh, he don't want to come out
who he
drinking
think
with
he
us no
is?
more.
Who he
Who
think
do you
he
think
is,
he
Jay?
is? All of the time. This is the shit that people sit there and say. As soon as you start doing something trying to progress your life, if you get drunk and pass out in the club every weekend, you're funny. People are entertained by that.
Fact.
But when you stop
Fact.
drinking and stop going to the club, all of a sudden you acting brand new.
Ain't that a hey yo, man? Listen, this is scripture right here, man. Because everyone relates. Everyone, I don't give a fuck who you are. You have to relate to what we're saying, and you know who we're talking about. If you're in this circle, you know exactly who we're talking about. It might be you.
Go to a fucking restaurant with a group of friends or a group of family and order chicken and rice while everyone else gets burgers and shit, and look how they look at you. You's a crazy person.
Right. That's a fact. I mean, I go through that all the time. I go through that all the time. My diet.
Oh, that's all you
It's just
want. It's okay. You can have fun every once in a while. You don't want to drink. You don't want just one. It's okay. Live a little. Life is like, get the fuck out of here. But that's what you hear. But if you sit there, they don't care when you go and order 2 cheeseburgers and a bunch of fries. They'll watch you. That's no big deal. They don't care that you have 8 martinis. That's no big deal.
I ain't about nothing. You people were I had people close to me concerned that I was punching a punching bag with no, without the round. Like, are you okay? Like, I'm like, no, I'm just fucking
Are
around.
you
Like, what do
going
you
through
mean?
something?
Yeah, like, what are you talking about? I'm just letting off some steam here. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? I'm okay. I'm not crazy, man.
I have
I'm not a crazy person.
people I've
Jesus
never
Christ.
met who will message me, and I'm just worried about you because you wake up so early all of the time. Do you ever sleep at? No. Fuck's wrong with you?
That is we got to do better, man. We got to do better, yo.
This is
You just pissed me off
the
with that
thing
one,
though.
Jay.
When you display some sort of discipline, some sort of ambition that most people are not familiar with, then all of a sudden it's a problem. The craziest thing too to me is when you'll see people, I do Q&As, you see all kinds of other people, Wall Street Trapper, whatever, people who are doing
Yep.
big things, trying to tell you, make more money, elevate yourself, and they'll do something like that. People want to sit there and pop it. Well, what do you do for fun? Who fucking cares?
Oh,
Who gives a
shit.
fuck? This is not what we're here for. This
Oh,
man is sitting here
man.
telling you how to invest in the stock
Uh,
market. Small fuckers telling you how to buy cryptocurrency. And you're like, do you play video games? Like, what are you
come
talking
on,
about? Who
man.
cares?
Come on, man. Do you have fun?
Who gives a
Oh, my.
shit? Do you make money? Are you?
First of all, everybody's fun is different. Everyone's fun is different, man. So I seen Andrew Tate say this one time. He was drinking and this and that. He was like, I wanted to see if I could stop drinking and have fun. And he realized that he didn't need to drink to have fun. Right? Making money and focusing was fun. Like, so you could find, like, I find that being hyper focused I love being hyper focused. That's fun to me. I could be doing something for 5 hours, like something that's occupying my mind. Like, for instance, before we started this podcast, I was hooking up the router thing, and I'm just intrigued. And my wife's like, "Why don't you just quit?" I'm like, "Nah, I didn't figure it fucking out yet. I'm never gonna quit. I'm not gonna quit." Are you fucking mad? I don't quit. I solve shit. That's what the fuck I do. And I find that stuff fun. That's what I find fun. Figuring hard shit out.
I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Nothing is more enjoyable than productivity, and especially the end product of productivity. Even if it's not the funnest to do, having finished a workout feels better than your little dumbass video game marathon. Sure, the video games might be funner than the workout, but the completion of the workout is much better than all of the rest of the shit. The completion of some sort of task, of you creating something, of you producing something, of you furthering something that you have going on feels much better than any of the rest of this, than your little, I'm sure you enjoy whatever movie or show you watch on Netflix, and that's all well and fine. And that show might be more enjoyable than painting a house. But I promise you that once your house is painted, you will feel much better than you did the entirety of the time that you sat there watching the movie. And most people deprive themselves of that because they're not willing to go through the upfront, less enjoyable part. I've sat there 6, 7, 8 hours straight working on something, about to pass the fuck out of my computer. Then I get to the end of it and I'm like, fuck yeah. That was
glad
the
I didn't
shit.
quit.
Exactly.
I'm
'Cause
glad I
now I'm
didn't quit.
done. And I get to lay down at the end of the day and be like, today was the shit. I hated every minute of it. But
Deserved
now
it.
that it's done, it's amazing.
You feel like when you lay down and you relax after doing a task, you feel like you earned it. You feel like you deserve that plop on the couch. You know what I'm saying? You earn that plop on the couch, man. And look, everybody's not going to be a maniac like us. All right. So for the regulars, I'll say this. At least at least have balance, man. Look, you can't if you're not making millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or thousands of dollars playing video games, then you probably should decrease the time spent playing video games.
Unless you're rich
That's
from
not so hard
something
to have,
else.
unless you're rich from something else. But then that'll be hard to get rich from something else if you're playing video games all the time. But if you get rich and then want to play video games all day, so be it.
That's different. See,
Right?
but this is the thing that people get fucked up, right? Is they'll say, well, this rich person says he spends 6 hours a day playing video games. Okay, but he does that now that he's rich. You're not fucking rich yet.
Yes. You have a different path.
Exactly. You're
Everyone
not
has a
where
different
he is.
path.
And this is the problem. People sit there and be like, well, Elon Musk smokes weed. He's fucking Elon
Yeah,
Musk. Who cares?
Yes.
He's the richest man in the world. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. But you're not that.
Yes.
Who cares?
You're not that.
Like, you
That's
gotta
his
get
journey,
there.
man.
And people, it's like saying, well, rich people fly in private jets. Okay, cool. But you can't do that yet. And they weren't doing it before they were rich. Who cares
Right.
what they're doing now? What they do to get there? That's what matters. But y'all want to neglect that
man.
shit. You want to ignore the fact that this motherfucker talking about I worked 130 hours a week. That's not interesting to you. What's interesting is that he sleeps till noon. Sure. Now that he's a multimillionaire.
Mm-hmm. Everybody, look, don't worry about somebody else's journey, man. It's not yours. It's not your path. It's not your journey. It ain't for everybody. Like I started saying that everybody's not a maniac. Like me and Yoda, I'm a fucking maniac, and Yoda's probably more of a maniac than me. Maybe. I think he is. I think he is. My inclination is that this guy's a fucking terrorist and shit on the law. He's a fucking assassin. But everyone's not going to be have their mental circuitry is not going to be wired like us. So, like I said, have a good balance: 80-20, 70-30. So, I mean, look, you 70% on what you on your purpose, and I'll say this, Jay, when you start to balance it out like that, you'll start to find enjoyment in that 70%, and that 70 will turn to 75, and then that 75 will turn to 80, 85, and so on and so on. But what I'm saying is you got to start somewhere. You got to start somewhere. Don't be like, oh man, well, that's no fun. Well, at least start with a balance. Start with 50-50, man. But you just can't be sitting around doing nothing all fucking day when you're not where you want to be in life, and then complain about it and blame others and use other things and other entities as a crutch because you're not where you want to be.
So this is the thing, though, is it's the people who sit there running around talking about the balance shit who have two types of mediocre ass lives. Like, your professional life sucks and your personal life sucks. What are you balancing? A bunch of trash. But the point is, people are sitting here obsessed with having fun, but you spent your whole life having fun. And where has that fucking gotten you? At some point, you need to sit there and say, what I've been doing has not gotten me to where it is that I would like to go. Maybe you need to do something that you don't want to do now. You can't keep doing the exact same shit, expecting things to magically change. Like, This is the problem with people and their random political beliefs and all of that shit. Is somebody's going to come and save them. It's not the fucking case.
No one's
You got to
coming.
do it, and it's going to be unpleasant and it's going to be difficult. But for the most part, quite honestly, it's only unpleasant because you're not used to doing it. Like, if I was to sit my ass down and try and play video games for 12 hours, that would be unpleasant to me because I don't fucking do that. But
Right.
going to the gym is unpleasant when you're not used to it. Working is unpleasant when you're not used to it. But the more that you acclimate to it, the less unpleasant that it is. And then you get to a point, because I used to be on the other side. There was once a point in time where I said, yeah, there's no way that I would enjoy working. But then I did it long enough and I just forced myself because at some point I came to the realization that, well, this is what I need to fucking do to get where it is that I want to be. And I want to be there. I don't want to continue being where I am. So I got to fucking do this. But then I grow to like it. I grow to enjoy it. Not always. Sometimes
Well, that's
it's
what I
still
was
tough.
saying. That's what I was saying, Jay.
Exactly.
You start at and not that it's just. I'm not talking about 70% of your dead end job or 50%. That definitely is not what I'm saying. fuck that dead end job. I mean, 70% on your purpose. You start there. A percentage on your. I mean, it beats 0%. Right, so
Facts.
0% on your purpose, and then, like you said, Jay, you start to get used to it, and then it becomes 80%. And then 85 and then 90 and so on. But you gotta start somewhere, man. You just can't like and start and stop waiting for the perfect time because that doesn't
No such
fucking
thing as a perfect. Actually, the perfect time does exist. The perfect time is right now,
wow.
and it
Yep,
always will
right
be.
now.
That's the only time that will ever be perfect is right now. Anything other
Yep.
than right now is bullshit. There's no later. There's no
And you got
tomorrow. There's no yesterday. There's now.
you guys are lucky. You guys are lucky you have us.
Fact.
You're lucky because I'm a wolf, man. I don't want to help you. I don't want to help you. I'm a wolf, man. I don't want to help you. I'm trying to eat, Jay. I'm trying to fucking eat. I don't want to
Man,
help you, but here we are. I got morals. I got fucking morals and virtues, but I don't want to do this. But what do I say about love, Jay? I love you guys, man. What do I say about love? Love is about doing a whole bunch of shit you don't want to do. So here we are, Jay. A wolf. The wolves helping the sheep.
come on. Here's the thing. People love this type motivational shit, which I'm putting in air quotes because some people only listen to this audio and I need them to know that there's air quotes around motivational. But some people love this quote unquote motivational shit. But then they go do nothing with it. Nobody gives a fuck if you're fired up if you're not actually going to go burn some shit down. Who cares how you feel? All that matters is that you go do a thing. Like, you know how many times that in my life that I've been inspired to go do a crazy ass workout then didn't do it? It doesn't matter. It does not matter how you're feeling about it. All that matters is that you go do the thing and understand that you're never always going to feel good about doing the thing, whatever it is. I don't always feel good going to the gym. I don't always feel good waking up. I don't always feel good working. I don't always feel good recording shit. I don't always feel good making content. I don't always feel good working with me. I don't always feel good doing any of it, but I do it all the time any fucking way because it's the totality of the things that matter. And if you're a type of person who feels that you need to be motivated to do something, you're also never going to do anything with the motivation that you get once you get it because you're just sitting there running around looking to feel good. Fuck all of that. Just go do a thing. If you're listening to this and you have not worked out today, do some push-ups. Like immediately in this moment, if you're not driving a car,
Just do it.
pause the shit and do some push-ups. Or
Just
keep
do
listening
it.
to it and do some push-ups. Like unless you're driving, there is literally nowhere that you can't do push-ups. Period.
Yeah, just
You can do it right now. Whatever it is, you can go work out right now. You can go do something productive right now. You could pause this and go learn about which crypto to buy right now. You could go pause this, learn what stocks to invest in right now. And there's you could go buy a stock right the fuck now. Doesn't even matter which one. Just buy one.
I do it all the time.
Just fucking do it.
On the phone.
On your phone. You know how many fucking crypto purchasing apps I have on my phone? Like 10.
All of them. All of them.
Fucking get one. And do it. It takes 2 minutes to set up an account. Just buy some shit. Doesn't even matter what it is. Buy something. Do something.
Anything.
Invest in yourself. Buy a book. Read it. Read a book. Do something that's going to better yourself right now. Whatever it is. If you were going to go eat fucking fast food or you were going to DoorDash something, don't do that. Get something healthy.
Don't do it.
Go to the store and buy some chicken and cook it.
Hey, Jay, you ever noticed that when you do some shit, whether it be working out, finishing a project, or whatever it may be, right? You ever found out the more you didn't want to do it when you do it, the better the results after it's done?
Yes.
Right.
1,000. So here's the thing. There are certain things that you know that you need to do. And a lot of the times, that's going to be what you least want to do. And when you do that, the universe will reward you much greater for following your purpose, even though you didn't fucking feel like doing it, even though you didn't want to do it. This is where the rewards come from. Like, you have to think about life, right? What do you feel like doing? What do I feel like doing? We'll talk about what I feel like doing. I want to go to sleep. I want to eat a pizza. I want to smoke fucking something. I don't know. I just enjoy smoking. I'm sure that I would love to fucking sit around and eventually get used to playing Grand Theft Auto all goddamn day. You know how many shows are on Netflix or HBO that I would love to sit here and just fucking watch all of? You know how much I would love to sit down and just, I don't know, just fucking watch battle rap all day? Like, this is what I want to do. You know what that's going to get me? Nothing. But it is the things that I do not feel like doing. It's the workout that I didn't want to do this morning that I'm going to get great results from. You know what working out, waking up at 3:50 fucking 3 in the morning has gotten me? Everything that I'm doing now. This is the reason that people know who I am, because I wake up when I don't feel like fucking waking up. This is the reason that we're sitting here on a podcast together. I've been listening, said before, I've been listening to you since I was like fucking 15 years old. Now we're sitting here on a podcast because I wake up early. I fucking want to.
Yeah, damn.
That's how the universe works. This is how fucking life works. Do shit you don't want to fucking do. It does great things for you. I'm sure that you put out in the past like 5 years, you put out like fucking 26 albums. It's fucking crazy. And I'm sure you didn't feel like writing all of those things and finding words that rhymed with certain things. I'm sure you didn't feel like making certain things into fucking metaphors. And look what that did. Look what that's got to you. Now fucking Clips and Joe Budden are sitting there having a full-on conversation about how you're the shit. Because you did shit you didn't want to fucking do.
That's a fact. I'm glad you brought, that was a great point, Jay. Results. Why don't people pay attention to results? Right? They argue, don't argue results. Don't argue, especially when you see that all right, it's like, you know who Kobe was, right? You know who Kobe Bryant was. You knew all the accolades. You know who Michael Jordan was. Why would you argue the process? Oh, that motherfucker, all he did was play bad. Why he worked so hard? And what? You know this mother, you know the end, you see the end results. You see it, right? This motherfucker's one of the greatest motherfuckers that ever lived, doing what he does, whether it be Michael Jackson, Jordan, right? But you argue with the process when you already know the fucking results. What sense does that make, Jay?
See, this is why we're the fucking greatest, because the answer to that goes back to exactly what it is that we said. People love the results, but they disrespect the middle. They disrespect the steps that got you there. Every fucking time. But it is the greatness is built in the middle.
That's where it's built.
Mediocrity is at the bottom, greatness is at the top, but it's built in the middle. The only part that nobody gives a fuck about. Nobody cares about the middle. People want to see the car crossing the finish line. They want to see him starting, but you don't want to see a motherfucker drive around the track 500 times. But that's why he's a winner, because he drove around the track 500 times. Not because he crossed the finish line, because he drove around the track 500 times. Michael Jordan is a champion, not because he won a ring, but because he sat his ass up there when he was 8 years old at 2 a.m. in his backyard shooting fucking basketball. That's why he's a champion. The rings are the side effect of that. Come on.
That's perfect example. Perfect example. Results, man. You put the work in and you will be rewarded, man.
Period. That's how everything works. That's how people and their failure ass mediocre life work. You're fat because of what you did in the middle, because you spent all the days eating the fucking drive through Burger King and McDonald's and pizzas and everything. This is why you're fat. That fat's just the end result of the mental process. You're poor because you sit around all day and do nothing. It's your middle. It's your excuse making and your procrastination, your entitlement and your finger pointing and your time wasting that made you poor. The poorness is the end result. The middle is what got you there.
Absolutely.
Follow the steps.
Absolutely.
And you will get to the destination. Period.
Man, Hey, man, game within the game, man. We're fucking good, man. We're fucking good. We're great, man. Like I said, we do this shit, man. We don't want to do it. We do it because we love you. We love the people, man. We trying to help you.
All of
Get
you
up off the
motherfuckers.
couch.
And people who sit
Grab
there
a
and
book.
don't fucking listen. Every single person, I hope every single motherfucker who ever sat here and commented, talk about how great this podcast was, has done something. If you didn't do a fucking push-ups today, don't leave a goddamn comment.
He's challenging. We are challenging you, man. You got to change.
Period.
No growth comes without change, man. You got to change.
Every
You gotta
time, 1000%. None of this other shit matters. None of the rest of it matters. It's all circus. It's all distractions. Work on your motherfucking self. Speaking of which, you need to name the episode.
I didn't fucking name the fucking episode. You know what? It's the first time I've had a brain fart. But you know what? From just going off the vibe of the show and what we was talking about and us leaving the circus theatrics of what's been going on, us kind of stepping away from that. I would like to say there is no smoke in mirrors. There is no smoke in mirrors. Come on, man.
Okay, hold on.
Come on, man.
Hold on. That's a bar. That's hard.
Come on, man. Come on, man.
Nah.
I do this shit, Jay.
Come on. Okay, that's fire.
Smoke in mirrors.
Come on. There is no smoke in mirrors. Come on.
Come on, man.
Come on, fucking
Stop
people.
playing with me, man. Y'all thought I was. Hey, you thought I was about to choke? You thought I was.
I was trying to piece it together at first, and I was like, huh. They said in. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay.
There is no smoke in mirrors.
Come on. Game within a game of the title of the episode. Off the top of the head. Come on.
Let's go. I'm free. Hey, man. I'm freestyling, man. Off the top. Let's get it, man.
It's what we fucking doing. Everybody else, go do some fucking push-ups and drink a protein shake. God damn it.
And drink a protein, eat some steak, some mashed potatoes, man. Do some pull-ups and man, enjoy yourself, man. Enjoy the mundane. Don't enjoy the mundane aspects of your life. Even though working out and push-ups and pull-ups might be mundane to you, but that's action packed for us. So
facts.
I might just get up. I'm so pumped up, Jay. I'm gonna get up from this chair and I'm gonna go do some fucking pull-ups, push-ups. Even though I worked out earlier, I'm gonna go back and do. Yeah, I was about to say I'm inspired, but fuck all that. I'm just that. I was gonna say it, but I'm
fucking done.
It's just going to get done. How about that? Game within the game,
should
man.
do some push-ups, buy some fucking crypto. I'm not telling you which one. Just go buy a cryptocurrency. Do it.
Anyone. Start. Buy one.
Today.
Go to the App Store. Yeah, go to the App Store, man. Download the app.
Fucking Binance, Coinbase, anything. Download, buy some shit. Buy a cryptocurrency. Buy something. Buy a cryptocurrency. Who gives a fuck which one? Do it.
Yeah, do it now, man.
And we are out.
Peace.